Hello and welcome to this week's Monday check-in. There is a car alarm going off. I apologize if you can hear it. I can't control it and we need to push forward with recording. So there you go. So this week I am traveling, so I will have Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday really to work. Tuesday's my birthday, so I don't know how much working is gonna happen. I would like there to be less working rather than more, so I'm not counting it as a full work day. On the other hand, I have completed my job at Coos more or less, so I have more control over my day, and I'm trying to ease myself into the agenda I have worked up for summer. So summer, my goal is to work 14 POMOS every day. My minimum is 10 POMOS a day. So long and the short of it is I have a lot more time in each day to do work. I have been averaging around 5 POMOS a day on my own work in light of other school commitments and work commitments. So I have a lot more control, I have a lot more time, that's good. It means my pacing is a little off. So this is my list right now. It's kind of a weird week because I only have 3 days and I'm working more hours like in the day on my own stuff. So I'm not entirely sure how this is gonna go, but here's what I've got laid out as of Monday. So as a student, I need to manage my email. I have like several different kinds of email tasks I need to address, some of which are time sensitive and relevant to the conference I'm gonna attend over summer. So I need to address those. As a scholar, I'm trying to practice the 14 POMOS thing. I want to get used to how it feels to do 14 POMOS. This week I'm not enforcing the nature of the POMOS, so the way I divide things up is by like writing POMOS versus course prep POMOS versus job market POMOS. I have a sense of how many of those I need to do each day for summer, but this week I am not trying to enforce that. I am just trying to get myself used to the feeling of 14 POMOS, since that's nearly triple what I have been doing during the term. So I'm just gonna practice that. As a girlfriend, I need to renew my prescription, so I make sure that I take care of myself. As a daughter for my dad, I need to help him get to the primary election voting, which is also on my birthday, so we're gonna go vote like good citizens and then go to lunch for my birthday. As a philosophy citizen, I need to send out the MAP survey. I generated this last week and I got a little bit of feedback on it. So I need to actually send that out and try to get some more ideas about what's happening for MAP for next year. And the last thing I need to do for my job is just to update my boss on my status this week. It was a little up in the air whether I was gonna work or not, but I've decided with all the travel and everything, it makes more sense not to. So there you go. On the back, breaking it down. For summer stuff, I need to renegotiate my summer time plan in particular. If you remember from last week, I need to do time, events, and tasks for my summer planning. I came up with a time plan that I no longer like, mainly because I didn't give myself any time to deal with administrative issues, and that's just unrealistic. So I need to renegotiate that. I need to set up math blocks. Let me show you what this is. I don't know if you ever used these in grade school, but it's like a way to teach people counting, basically. I am using them this summer to help me visualize my POMOS. So each block represents one POMO, and I start off the day, with a big pile of like loose blocks. This is only 10. Here we go, here's all 14. This is for the day. And then as I go through and I do the POMOS, I put the blocks together. And by the end of the day, I should have all of my blocks set up as like one unit. And I have a different baggie for each day because each day I have different tasks. So as you can tell, I've kind of already thought through this right now. But I'm basically doing this as a way to visualize time and to keep myself motivated. So when I hit the 5 POMOS that I had been doing during the term, and I have this little block of 5, and then I see this big thing of like a bunch of POMOs still to go. I won't get this feeling of like, oh, I'm done for the day and just kind of start slacking. I want to actually see like, no, there's still a lot more to go. So this is my idea. It's kind of a new thing. I just came up with it myself, so I have no idea if it's gonna work or not, but I'll keep you updated on that. But I wanna prep all these so I don't have to think about how it's gonna work once I launch my actual summer work upon the return of my trip. Let's see, I have not done the task element of the summer plan. I'm kind of procrastinating on this, not totally sure why, but I need to do that. I need to process the dissertation seminar notes. As I mentioned, I didn't get that done last week, so I want to do that. I need to select a book from my reading list. Like my professors told me to read like a million things at my defense. I want to pick one that I think sounds fun and take it with me on my trip, just in case I feel like I want to do philosophy. If anything crazy like that happens. And other things, I need to do my monthly reflection. Right, so this is in my research bujo. If you haven't seen that before, here it is. I keep a insert that's just about my POMO history. And I keep this in my planner, I track my minutes, and then I have some data from Pomotodo. And then on months where I can, I write a little bit more of a narrative about like what happened and why it happened. So I need to do that for the month of April. I'm a little bit behind because, the very end of April was a little chaotic for me. So I need to do that monthly reflection. I also just need to do my regular update of the research bujo, which is just writing down like what I read and the professional development things I watched over the week. For being a GOA, I need to, we came up with a list of staff that we want to write for our blog over summer. So I need to go through that list, grab the emails of the relevant people, and send out a request for them to write for us. I have some Poland emails that are pressing. I need to deal with those. I am gonna renew my prescription this week. And obviously I need to pack for my trip. And then I participate in a ancient Indian philosophy reading group that's based in Colorado. I participate over Skype, and this summer we're planning to read an introduction to Indian philosophy. So I am also teaching a course in Buddhist philosophy in the fall, so I'm gonna order a desk copy of that book because since I'm already going through it with this lovely group of people, I would like to incorporate some of it into my course. Some, if not all, I don't know. I don't know what the status is there, but I would like to get a desk copy so that I can have a physical thing and I can consider using it for my class. So that's it right now. As you can see, we're not completely done with my Monday, and I've already checked off a bunch of stuff on my list. So some of these things are already completed, even though it's still just Monday. I'm not quite sure how the pacing of all this is gonna go. So there's that. I also don't exactly know when I'm gonna get to record the Friday follow-up to this. Ideally, I will get it done on Thursday before I take my flight, since that will be the last work day for me before the trip. But just a heads up, there might be a slight delay in that. So I promise I will get it to you, but it may not be as timely as it has been in the past. All right, well, thanks so much for tuning in. I'll catch you guys later. Bye-bye.